We've had a lot of talk about school shootings in USA, and the most famous one is Columbine back in 1999. The recent ones are Sandy Hook, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, and then the most recent one was Rava Elementary. All caused by a school shooter. Now, as you may know, USA is mostly known for by the age of 18 or 19, depending on what. So you cannot buy liquor, you cannot buy adult magazines. You cannot buy legal weed or drugs. However, you can buy a gun. Just sign a few papers and and done. There was a 13-year-old boy who tested this out. He recorded himself doing all this. He went in like convenience store to buy an adult magazine. The owner said no. Liquor store, no. A pharmacy to buy legalized drugs, no. Went to a gun shop. The owner, he just took out the papers, and the boy just signed a few papers, and then he got his first gun. It is just shocking how a kid who is under 18 can't do the regular things that people in other countries can't do, but USA, you can do this. You can literally pull this off. And USA is all the guns and other similar weapons. They're provided by the NRA, national, meaning all 50 states in USA. Not national, meaning every single country in the world. Rifle Association and group, which is not attached to, but NRA. This is also the same group that supported Donald Trump on his first term. And the news compared to from USA and Canada, you don't really hear about gun violence, but sometimes if you may have heard about, oh, someone showed up with the gun. Oh wait, even if there's no ammunition in it, or if it's a toy gun, Yeah, there's trouble. And you don't really hear much about shooting, but there, some people they do smuggle drugs, guns from the U.S. border into Canada, and Canadian Border Services Agency and the United States Border Services Agency. They're like working very hard to prevent this from happening. So both countries can. We have an undivided. On the borders, so compared to other countries' borders, so you won't hear about someone getting shot down trying to cross a country the border, even though they might have a passport on them and they are crossing legally. But oh, they look like a person that oh, I don't like this kind of race or ethnic background person. Bang. Which USA and Mexico, you know that problem. That border is heavily guarded. Canada USA border, we don't have ammunition over there, but it might happen. And there's just before Christmas is coming up, and next week, and this happened. Some teenage girl, 15 years old, she shot a teacher and student, and six students were injured. Now, some people are looking at that and think, "Wow, wow, a girl managed to get her hands on a gun and shoot people." Well, it's not about the gender of the person. It's there have been people who have around the same age. Yeah, they were boys, and they have shot people. And they got locked up. Like the big one, Nicholas Cruz is the big one. Imagine you're the brother of Nicholas Cruz, and you have to change your name and your last name just to avoid getting bullied. And imagine the police are there to protect you, but just because you're related to that person, they're targeting you. So because that 15-year-old girl is she's underage, we can't leak her name, first and last name, but unless if they do it themselves, which is that's on them, not on the authorities. So the police can't do it. Their parents can't say anything about it. I don't know why. Why? Someone like that girl, and also other kids that are her age, are allowed to have a gun And you'll hear the excuses all the time. But I need to protect myself. Well, lock your goddamn house, buddy. That way, heist, they don't really happen much. You don't hear other countries worldwide talking about this is how I defended myself, and by their defense mechanism, they never mention a gun. And if they mention a gun, that is a super rare chance. And over in Canada, oh, Canada is such a friendly country. There have been a lot of lockdown where there have been some shootings. There have been sometimes here and there toy gun incidents. You gotta be sure if is that a real gun or is that Nerf or and the mentality of the newer generation, since they're so offended by everything and they're sensitive, and they can't control themselves, they'll resort to drinking too much, doing drugs illegally, not prescribed. And then there's also the gun user. You offend someone just because they hurt your feelings. If they have their gun on you, they're like going to whip it out and they're going to shoot you. And there was the remix of extended version of that Eminem and Kalani collab. Nowhere Fast. The original song is like around 3 minutes 40 seconds by average. The extended version, which that was for Majority Stoneman Douglas and Sandy Hook, those two high school shootings. Eminem and Kalani decided to make a different version, and that's Eminem mentioned they love their guns more than our children, in which they're talking about people would rather focus on endorsing having their guns instead of caring about their lives of their own kids. And it's really interesting and how USA, they legalized allowing kids, you you turn 12 or 13 years old and you're allowed to have a gun. You can't drink by the age of 21, but you can have an adult magazine and do drugs. But those chocolate eggs with the toy inside, legal in Canada, illegal in the USA. Just because there's a toy inside, little toy inside, little collectibles. It's just silly. And there are people over in the USA. They have heard of the comparisons. All the guns, chocolate egg with the toy inside that just crack open chocolate egg and then take toy inside. Yeah, it's easy. Just do something like that. Why are you overreacting over like a little toy inside? Just watch your kid, or if your sibling or a babysitter, just supervise these kids in case if they have like something like that in their hands. And oh, are they going to choke on it? Oh, let them eat that. Oh, there's no toy inside. Okay, okay, that's good. If there's the one with the toy inside, just make sure, tell them, oh, there's a toy inside. Be careful. Just supervise them and calmly tell them, don't do this. A gun versus compared to a chocolate egg with a toy inside. Why are we still having this debate again? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. The best thing that could ever probably happen, and you could change your life around. But if you want to try and travel internationally to Europe or Asia, South America, Central America or Africa, Pacific Coast, they might not let you in because if you have a criminal record, chances are some countries you can come. Others, we can't accept you. Especially in Middle East. Unless if you did a school shooting and you went to juvenile prison and did you manage to turn your life around. You didn't go to jail. Chances are your life could be better. But you got blood on your hands. It's not the gun that's the big problem, but yes, partially the problem. That's why legalization of guns, maybe stick to shooting guns, and if you're if you are in possession of a gun, you should probably not be drinking or on drugs, because one problem plus another problem, or even plus a third problem, or maybe even worse, a fourth problem, that's going to get yourself killed and then other people killed. Nothing's going to get fixed. And this is why other countries, we don't know, they did not allow guns in their own country. The only kind of guns allowed, hunting guns. So if it's game season, that's probably the only time you can ever manage to do it. Otherwise, it's a no. If only USA actually learned from other countries, how do they do better than us? And USA is not the land of opportunity. They start their own problems, and then they drag other countries into their own problems, and they can't even solve it. Work on your damn problems, and even guns. Otherwise, you wouldn't have like at least every 1 or 2 years. You talk about school shootings and God bless and all that. Why don't you do action? Because you can be proactive and reactive, and that can actually make changes and put USA on the map again.